a safe and cheap marketplace to get hold of legacy weapons, legacy items, or anything that's hard to find in Fallout 76, then check out website EasyMPC. Use code TR3B to get 5% off. Links in the description.
Welcome back to the TR3B channel live on YouTube. Today we've got a video for you showing you what I like to call Fallout 76's best build. This is Fallout 76's best all-round build, my personal favourite. I put this together very carefully and we've got some cards to show you how to do this, but first I just want to give you a little glimpse at what this build can do. I've taken my time, I've made every card work for me. Every card's got a purpose and it's brilliant for this build. Ain't got a particular name, it's just Fallout's best build. Here it is, take a look. We've gone over to the Capitol building and we're using this weapon. You might be familiar with it. It is the bloodied 2525. It's quite famous by now. We managed to get hold of one and we are using this mainly in this build because it is basically an indestructible build as well. So what we've got a bit of stealth, which is what we're doing here. We get down low, we're going to stealth mode, and because the cards that I've put on are allowing us to sneak around without anyone seeing us, and because this isn't an explosive weapon, I can carry on shooting the enemy and they don't even know where I am unless I get off my knees and start running around again. It's the only time they really find me, especially in dark places like this. It is really good. So if you can get hold of a fixer, a half decent fixer that's not explosive, then this build is going to be perfect for you. I mean, you can use it with the bloody explosive fixer as well, or any explosive fixer, but it's just going to be better for you not to if you want to sneak around while doing this. And this is what you can achieve with this build. I'll show you the cards in a minute, but I just want to show you a quick glimpse of what we've done here. We spread this footage up just so it's not too boring, but you can see basically we've got a little bit of VATS in there as well. So it's not a complete VATS build. I've basically got one card, I'll show you that in a minute, but it's just so great for sneaking, being a commando, getting our damage up really high. We've also got a few damage multiplier cards in there and we're almost getting over, I think it's 270 damage on these fixers with this build. Don't forget, there's no chems involved, there's no buffs, nothing like that. It's just purely cards, armors and guns. Anyway, let's take a look at these cards. Right then, these are our cards and this is how we have set this amazing build up. Starting with strength, we have got blocker. I only use 2 stars, don't like putting too much into strength, so it's just on 2 star, and this does 30% less damage with your opponent's melee attack, which is brilliant if you're on white springs and a big tear up, and you will take 30% less damage. Brilliant. Very good card this one, tank killer. Your rifles ignore 36% of armor and have 9% chance of staggering. Not too worried about staggering, but the anti-armor of that card is amazing. This one, ground pounder. Now this is a very underrated card. A lot of people don't use it, but you should. It is an amazing card. Now this is your commando build. By the way, that's ground pounder. Make sure weapons reload a little bit faster, and that's why I like it a lot. The commando build, you need your commando cards there to do an extra 60% damage with your weapon. Fireproof card there, great if you've got legacy weapons, you keep killing yourself with them, that might take down a bit of damage, just to keep you alive a little bit longer. Now suppressor, this is a weird card, not too sure if this is a good card or not. Do let us know in the comments below if you think this is a card worth having, so I'm not too sure about it. Have a look, reduces your target damage output for 30% for 2 seconds. I'm not convinced really, but I'll stick it on because I just needed some points in charisma. Tenderizer, brilliant card. Damnation expert, your explosive weapons do 6% more damage, also works with grenades and all that. Nerd rage, you obviously know about this by now if you're a bloody build, almost everyone I know is, and you need this card for your bloody build, very important. Now to agility, we've got Action Boy. This is a brilliant card, I highly recommend. A lot of people don't like it, don't use it, but you must have it for this next card, which is dodgy. Now this is a really underrated card. I love this card because, as it says, you avoid 30% of incoming damage at a cost of 30 action points. Now you get hit, it takes off your action points, but you got that other card on, Action Boy, and your AP just goes back up and you take damage all day long. Adrenaline card, I'll come back to in a minute. Now sneak card is also very good because you can sneak around enemies all day long. As long as you don't bump into them, they'll never see you. You can just keep taking them out as long as you haven't got explosive weapons. They never see you, it's amazing. Escape Ice, another brilliant card if you're a stealth build, which obviously this is, so I must have it on. But it's the only 2 cards you really need in your stealth build to be stealthy, if you got the fix, that is. Anyway, Bloody Mess, 50% extra damage across the whole board of every weapon. Amazing card, and also creates a big gory paste of enemies when you kill them sometimes. Brilliant. This is my only VATS card I put on, the only one I think's worth having for this build. So you get extra VAT points with that card. You know, chance to for your VAT meter. Ricochet, another brilliant card. Makes a little funny noise when it kicks in, that card. It is a very decent card for this build to avoid that armour. Starch Genes there to skip mutations. Serendipity, another bloody card that you must have on, very important. And that is basically it. Oh yeah, the adrenaline side of it. This is linked with this legacy card, not legacy, sorry, legendary card that I've got. So basically you're doing, it's a damage multiplier card. It's really good and it works really well with this card. Take a look at this, follow through. Have a read on that. These two cards work really well to stack up damage each time you shoot an enemy. That damage is getting higher and higher. This has to be in sneak mode to do, and it is really good. It really makes your fix to almost go up to 300 damage per shot. It is amazing. And these other cards here I've got here, Spells Pal, and it is just an extra 2 points on each apart from endurance, so I can add them extra cards on with this build to really max it out. And that is basically it. There's a few cards I haven't told you about that I do sometimes use and sometimes do put on, like a Perception. If I'm not using that, so I might stick this on. That stops the scope from wobbling so much. It's quite good, it's quite handy to have on. You've also got, oh yeah, the inspirational cards there, just a little bit of extra XP now and again. I don't really use it now, so I'm not too worried about leveling up, but it is quite a good card to have if you're in the business of leveling up. Nothing really other cards in intelligence, but there is a few in agility I haven't mentioned. That one there, so I don't really use this one because it's only, you know, 0.5% or 0.50% more damage with these cards. And again, at night you can get up to like 3.5 times more damage with these cards. Not really that important. If you've got a build like this, you don't really need them cards because you're doing so much damage anyway, especially with the multipliers of adrenaline and the follow through legendary perk card. Another one there, good if you've got the Cavalier armor, moving target, that is going to stop a lot of damage. And that basically is it. So there you go, that is our build. Oh yeah, and also this is an interesting card as well. You got chance to cripple limbs there, but don't really need it. It's more for fun, slows enemies down, but you're going through them straight away, you don't really need it. And that one there, I wasn't too sure about this one, but it does work quite well. You've got 80% chance that you don't need to reload or instantly reload, you can just carry on firing. It is pretty good if you've got a low mag card, a low mag gun rather, so that's not too bad, but not that important for this build anyway. But there it is, this is the amazing build. Let's see what sort of damage it can do. Let's do this, let's get into the wasteland, tear it up, and let me show you what this build can do. Well, I just wanted to show you, with this build we are using a full set of unyielding armor, and that is very important with this build. Last week we did a video on Sentinel armor and Cavalier armor. We put them both together to see what was best, to see how long we lasted. We come here at White Springs and tested how long we could survive being attacked by these guys, and it worked out that Sentinel armor was slightly better. So I was tempted to do this build with Sentinel armor, but I changed my mind for this reason and this reason only. With unyielding armor you can still run around, dodge and everything else, especially with these perk cards and the way these perk cards are set out, that you can take an amazing amount of damage, just almost as much as the Sentinel armor, but not quite as much. But you can obviously carry more, all your special stats go up apart from endurance with unyielding, so we thought we'd do unyielding with this build and we stuck with it. But look, take a look what we're doing. This is what we did last week's video with the Sentinel armor and the Cavalier, but with the unyielding armor it's just as good. Look, we're taking an amazing amount of punishment, an amazing amount of damage, and we're absorbing it all, we're sucking it all out, and we are not dying that fast at all. It's taken ages, so I thought I'd speed up the video so we don't die of boredom. And look, we just get attacked over and over again. Look, we're using the same cards and we are not dying. It does take a very long time to die. They even managed to cripple one of our limbs and everything, but we don't die. It takes ages. I sped it up just because it took so long. So with these perk cards, unyielding armor is the way to go. It is brilliant, I love it. And that's another reason why this build is so powerful and overpowered. It's brilliant. And I just wanted to show you this as well, because I've got a lot of luck. I think I've got 14 points of luck. I've noticed that I'm getting legendary weapons, really good legendary weapons dropping. And just yet again, so I show you how effective this build is with that. Storming into White Springs, tearing it right up, bada bing, bada boom, killing them all really easily. It only takes a couple of shots each time and they're down. You save so much ammo, you level up so quick, and you hardly ever die. It is such a brilliant build, and this is why I think this is the best build you can have in Fallout 76. It's brilliant for beginners, it's brilliant for veterans. I consider myself a veteran. This character's now on level 200, my other character's on almost 400. I've been playing this game for 2 years, so I like to think I know what I'm doing. But if you think I could improve this build even more, then please let us know. I do love to hear you guys' criticisms, and please tell me how I can improve, because I've partly made this video on what you guys have told me. I've done builds in the past and you guys have said, you know, perhaps you should use this, perhaps you should use that, and I've done that. I've taken your advice and I've built this build. This isn't totally something I come up with, it's something that the community has given me feedback with, so I'd like to thank everyone who does comments. It really does help. Anyway, there it is. That is my best build for Fallout 76. Don't forget, this is a all-round build. I'm not trying to concentrate on one particular thing. It's sort of concentrating as many things as I can with the perk cards and the legendary cards that I've got. Please try and copy it, give it a go, tell me what you think. Anyway, that's enough from me. Don't forget to subscribe, because we upload Fallout rubbish all the time. We're going to Next Gen this week, very soon. We're going to have an Xbox games console to play with, to have a look, see what's going on with it, and we're going to show it all on YouTube for you guys to have a look. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon in the wasteland. Bye for now.
If you're after a safe, cheap marketplace to get hold of legacy weapons, legacy items, or anything that's hard to find in Fallout 76, then check out website EasyMPC. Use code TR3B to get 5% off. Links in the description.